So I ordered this loungewear from Amazon and it's so comfortable. Like, I love it so much. And I got it because it's been cold here at nighttime. And check out this customizable pendant necklace you can get on Blessed Lifestyle Shop. It's my online store. You can get customizable engraving on the back and the front image. It comes in gold or silver. The back looks like this. You can adjust the length very easily. So, how to eat healthy yam meal. Pour 100 milliliter of cold or warm water to a cup. Put 25 grams of healthy yam meal with 15 grains and stir well with a spoon. Add honey, sugar, and salt according to your taste. I actually don't need to add any honey, sugar, or salt because the taste, it's actually really sweet already. And I do like to warm it up in the microwave. And sometimes I put it in a bowl instead of a cup. And it's only 100 calories per serving, 25 grams. So I added about 5 spoons, and then just gonna pour water, mix, and just microwave it for about less than a minute, 30 seconds or so. So this is what it looks like after I warm it up in the microwave. And I pour myself some coffee. And I'm gonna be eating some cheese cubes. It's made of almond milk. It's gluten-free, soy-free, and no dairy. And it's only 20 calories per piece. Yes, it's a good way to feel full, I guess. It's a very healthy snack, and if you like cheese. So I'm gonna be making some miso soup. It's called 된장찌개 in Korean. It's a very healthy soup that you can eat with rice. And it's very simple, easy to make. You just need a few ingredients. You really can add whatever you want if you really wanted to. But usually Koreans like to put tofu in the 된장찌개 and zucchini. If you want, you can put spinach and onion and some minced garlic and some green onions. And you can put some red chili peppers, but I only have jalapeno, so I'm gonna add that for a little bit of spice. And for the sauce, I'm just gonna use, for the soup, you use the miso paste. And I will be using some gochujang. I like my food a little bit spicy. And sesame oil. And you can use just salt to season, but I like to use fish sauce. 멸치 액젓. Yes, it's very simple to make. Let me show you guys how it's done. So first I'm gonna bring some water to boil, and once the water starts boiling, I'm gonna add the soybean paste, about 2 tablespoons. So I added the soybean paste, about 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3, and then a tablespoon of gochujang. And I turned the heat down to medium. And now I'm gonna chop up all the vegetables and the tofu and add everything into the broth. So I added some chopped up onions and the tofu. You can use firm tofu or soft tofu, whichever you like. And then I cut my vegetables like this. Minced garlic, jalapeno, some spinach, and zucchini, and green onion. And yes, I'm just gonna add everything into the broth. So I added everything, and I'm just gonna close the lid. And I'm also gonna add some sesame oil, a tablespoon of sesame oil, and a tablespoon of fish sauce. And close the lid and cook for another 5-10 minutes. So I'm adding the tablespoon of fish sauce and a tablespoon of sesame oil. And just gonna cook slowly with the lid closed. And you can actually cook it on medium high, because right now it's too low. You can turn on the heat to medium high and cook it for another 5-10 minutes. So once it starts boiling like this, I'm gonna lower the heat and cook for another few minutes. So how do you know when the soup is done cooking? You can try tasting the zucchini, and if it's cooked fully, then you know the soup is done. So you just want to cook it on low heat now until, yes. See, you can tell it's cooked. You can poke through it very easily. So now I'm gonna be making some bibimbap that I'm gonna eat with my soybean soup, 된장찌개. And so I prepared some vegetables, cut the carrots this way, and some mushrooms, spinach that I'm gonna blanch in hot boiling water in a second. And I couldn't find any sprouts, so bean sprouts that are fresh, so I just open one from a can. And I'm gonna need some minced garlic and chicken breast and an egg. And for seasoning, just use a little bit of salt and pepper for all the vegetables. And I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar for the chicken, and sesame oil, sesame seeds, and gochujang for the sauce on top of the bibimbap. A lot of people do use soy sauce, but I don't personally like eating too much soy sauce. It's really high in sodium, so I try to avoid using it. So, and I don't think I really need it, so I'm gonna just use gochujang and sesame oil and sesame seeds. So I brought some water to boil so I can blanch the spinach. I've been washing my hands too much. It's cracking up. It's not good. Alright, I'm gonna add all the spinach. Oops, here. So you leave it in the boiling water for about 30 to 40 seconds, and you're gonna rinse them under cold water. now you're gonna drain. Add cold running water. And then you're gonna squeeze the water out. Make sure you squeeze it well. You don't want any water actually. Alright. So to the spinach, I added some minced garlic and some salt and pepper. And then I'm adding some sesame oil. A teaspoon of sesame oil. And some sesame seeds. Now I'm gonna cook the vegetables all separately. First, I'm gonna cook the carrots. And you can season it with salt and pepper, but I try to avoid too much sodium because everything has a lot of sodium already, like even the chicken. And you can add, you can use beef instead of chicken. I just prefer chicken. It's really up to you. You can actually use whatever meat you want. So it's too high right now. I'm gonna turn it down to medium. And you can add some minced garlic. I just like to keep it simple. And if you're using a lot of sodium, I would suggest using apple cider vinegar. It's high in potassium, so it will kind of cancel out the sodium content, I guess. I like to add it to everything, even my vegetables and meat, sauces and stuff. My water. The sodium does tend to make you float. So I did add some black pepper and apple cider vinegar, like a teaspoon. I don't know, it just gives you a little bit more flavor to the carrots. So on a bowl of rice, I placed the spinach and the carrots. And now I'm gonna cook the mushrooms and the chicken. So I'm just cooking the mushrooms, and I don't necessarily have to season it. And just cook until it's soft. And add it to the rice bowl. So I drained the bean sprouts and washed them in cold water, and then I added the mushrooms and the washed bean sprouts to the rice bowl. Now I'm going to, and then I cut the chicken and the garlic, and to that I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar. And I'm just gonna cook it like this. I do like pepper, so I added the pepper in here and no salt. And the apple cider vinegar will give you some flavor to the chicken as well. It's a good alternative to soy sauce and salt. So I added the chicken to the rice bowl. And now I'm going to cook an egg sunny side up and add it to the top of everything. So this is a finished look of the bibimbap, chicken bibimbap. And I'm gonna make the sauce now. So I need about 2 tablespoons of gochujang, and a tablespoon of sesame oil, and some sesame seeds. And you can add honey or some type of sweet sugar. So for an appetizer, I'm gonna make kimchi jan. I'm gonna need a buchimgaru, which is Korean pancake mix, and then 1 egg, some kimchi. So I added some kimchi in a bowl, and I'm going to chop it up into very small pieces. I like to use scissors so it's easier and faster. Like so. Then you can add the egg. So I added the egg. And then add the buchimgaru. Oops. And some water. You want to add a little bit of water in the beginning to see how the consistency is. You don't want it to be too watery. It's kind of like making a pancake. It is, I mean, it's actually just like it. So you don't want it to be too watery. So just enough like that. In the meantime, I heated the pan, the frying pan. Now we can add it to the pan. I like mine like thin and crispy. So I'm gonna spread it out. There you go. In a couple of minutes, I'm gonna flip it over. So I had the pan, so I'm cooking it on high heat, and I'm gonna see how still not done. Wait a couple more minutes, and it will flip it over. Just make sure you don't burn it. So I flipped it over. I could have added some chili flakes to give it a more of a red color, but it's fine. And just push it down as much as you can, because I like mine thin. So here is my bibimbap with the gochujang sauce and my miso soup, 된장찌개, and kimchi pancake. with some, I did get some soy sauce with apple cider vinegar, sesame oil, some pepper, and sesame seeds. I mean, it's up to you. You can add some honey in here too as well. And then, as usual, my vinegar drink, diluted vinegar drink. So with the bibimbap, you're gonna mix everything together. For dessert, I'm just gonna cut some papayas. This is my favorite fruit in the world. One of them. It's papaya and watermelon.